Good morning from Florence, Italy. Today we're going to be doing a walking tour of the old city of Florence, and we're going to have some free time this afternoon to explore, and hopefully we'll get to go see David. Now this is a national holiday. This is the Independence Day, June 2nd, here in Florence, Italy. And I believe the museum that holds David is actually free of charge today. So come along and explore Florence in the heart of Tuscany. Streets are noticeably quieter than Rome. Now, because it's a holiday, there's probably less people on the streets. The locals are probably sleeping in today, would be my guess. But noticeably less like tour buses and such that were just so heavy tours in the Rome area. I notice a lot of leather shops and a lot of artisans, local artisans here, but on this street, from the museum where David is to the main plaza, there's lots of wonderful smelling leather. Of this is incredible. Are you kidding me? Nice.
I think this is definitely tall.
And I thought the church in Orvieto was big. This is insane. So the Gates of Paradise that are behind me is an actual replica. The original doors got damaged in a flood in 1966. And there was a second flood, I forget the year, but they've taken them out and removed them and put them in a museum so they can be preserved after they restored them from the flood damage. And so now this is a bronze replica that's out here in the square. walking over the Ponte Vecchio. I'm probably butchering all the names, but I believe this was the only bridge that did not get destroyed in the World War. I believe I mispronounced the bridge. It's the Ponte Vecchio, and back in the early days, this was full of butcher shops, and I guess it had a terrible smell from all the butchering of meat, and so eventually it turned into more of a well-known spot for jewelry, and now there are jewelry shops that line the bridge. Since this is a holiday, I believe some demonstrations or something's going on out here in the plaza. It's getting pretty crowded now.
Yeah, they're that way.
There's some sort of demonstration for the Independence Day here in that plaza. It was crazy crowded, and as you can see, there were a lot of military personnel being recognized. Now we're headed to the leather district of Florence. see David. That is a must-see here in Florence at the Galleria Accademia. So where I thought I was missing out on this museum being closed on a holiday, it turns out it is free. So we're here to see David. There is a metal detector like TSA at the airport when you enter. And then today we have been so blessed with a free visit. You turn in, you go left. There he is, Grand David, very large. So we're trying to go up the main dome where you can overlook Florence, and I think there's more than one dome, and I'm not really sure which entrance it is, and I don't have reservations. So we're trying to figure it out. We're going to walk around this giant church and see what we can find here. There was one entrance there, it was called the Cupola Dome, and I wasn't able to figure out if that was the right one or not. Okay, we asked the guard. They said that we had to go around the front. At the front of the church entrance, there's a line. I believe it's free, but you have to get tickets. And the pigeons here are very brave. They will dive bomb you. So we're gonna go see if we can find tickets. I have no idea how long the line is.
Especially because
Oh, maybe this is the
looks like that's the line.
separate line. I'm really confused. I'm gonna stand here, and you go find out what the deal is over here. Oh, that says dome right there. Dome, no. So for some reason, yeah, we're in that. For some reason, there was no line around the other side, but he told us to go around the front, so I'm not really sure. Okay, the cathedral is free. There's a long line, but it moves very fast. In order to get on the dome, you have to go on the opposite side of the church. I'll have to show you on a map, and you have to make a timed reservation, and they were already full for today. So we're not going to be able to get to see the view of Florence, but we're about to go in the cathedral.
Red marble and orange marble?
This is not quite as spectacular as I was expecting, to be quite honest.
No. Maybe it's the season.
Yeah, let's go under bed. all this is not as grand in terms of the painting, it is huge. I think they have artifacts and relics down here in the basement, but you have to have an extra ticket to enter this area, and we didn't purchase one. Here we go. It's a little hard to understand what you need tickets for, what you don't, and but you can always go ask the guards in the front, and they all speak English. The rain has struck in Florence and the lightning, so we're gonna go find cover. Oh, it's dripping up. Rain has been coming every afternoon, and it's heavier here in Florence than it was in Rome. Okay, so here's my recommendation if you only have one day in Rome. Go to the giant church, find the ticket office, and get yourself a timed reservation to go into all the different parts of the church and the dome, and you can go on top of the dome. And then you can come back later in the day at your reserved time to make that visit. The crowds come. I mean, it was noticeably quieter in the morning and kind of crazy in the afternoon. So if you have a day, now I'm with a large group and I was unable to commit to a particular time. So didn't really work out for me, but it's a beautiful area, and there is shopping here with all the high-end shopping. Actually, there's a lot of that in this town. If I mentioned this before, but Florence is well known for its leather making in this town, and so there are leather shops and leather goods all around. And if you go into a nice shop, we had a little demonstration and they were telling us how you can tell if it's real leather, so you might want to study up on that before you make it out here, but there's plenty of stores to shop from. So if you get a chance, I recommend coming on the other side of the River Arno from the Duomo. It is absolutely beautiful over here. A little more village-like with the smaller streets. Whew. And all the little alleyways behind me with beautiful little nooks and crannies like this. It's a really neat area to explore, and we have about 40 minutes until we have to meet up with our group again for dinner. So we're gonna kind of hustle our way back. this museum is not free today. I guess there's some more museums around town that are free today, but again, we're running out of time. We have to meet our group, but you can walk through the bottom floor and then you can purchase tickets to go upstairs in the ticket office here. This is the church our tour guide said we should go to. Or something.